Mic check 1 2. Can y'all hear me? Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Live in the place to be. It's your boy, the NetworkBruh, and that's my alarm clock. Dismiss. That's my other alarm clock. Can y'all hear me? Hit me with a bruh if y'all can hear me. In the meantime, we are going to launch GNS3 and get this lab going. Today's lab is GRE tunnels. Hit me with a bruh if y'all can hear me. Look like I'm by myself so far. In the meantime, we're gonna get this lab going until we get some people in the chat room. Anybody viewing? GNS3, no, what am I thinking? GRE tunnels. GRE tunnel lab. Hit me with a bruh if you can hear me. If you can you can hear. Configuring GRE point-to-point tunnels. Microphone check 1 2. Derek Mack, what up? Shout out to Derek. Look like is this us so far? I'm just gonna set up this lab here. Let me get this going. We are gonna be working on GRE tunnels today. So shout out Gonzalez, or Gonzalo rather. What's going on, Gonzalo? Where you tuned in from? Y'all hit me with that like button. Where you tuned in from, Gonzalo? Let's go ahead and cable these guys up. Router 1 to router 2. We're gonna do serial interfaces today. I think the lab called for fast Ethernet, but of course I have no fast. Oh yeah, I do have fast Ethernet. Fast Ethernet 1.0. Fast Ethernet 1.0. Derek, where you tuned in from, Derek? We got router 1 and router 2. We need some PCs going here. While I get these, choose a server. I guess the GNS3 VM. From Buenos Aires, Argentina. We had somebody in here in Argentina last live stream. I forgot what his name was. Was he from Argentina? Yeah, it was another dude from Argentina. I don't think it was you though. I guess I got a lot of views from Argentina. But I remember mentioning in that lab. I remember mentioning in that lab that I visited Colombia. That was when I visited South America. I got to meet Pablo's brother. Yes, I actually got to meet his brother. His brother has like this tour set up where you go over there and you could check out some of the properties he owned. You get to go to his brother's graveyard site, and then I forget what else you get to do, but you actually get to meet his brother towards the end of the tour, and he gets, he signs autograph pictures and stuff for you. It was a pretty cool tour, man. So PC 1, connecting that to router 1. We'll do the Ethernet. Derek, you tuned in to Long Beach, California. Shout out Long Beach. Compton and Long Beach together. Now you know you in trouble. That's I got the wrong one here. I need to put in, delete this guy. I need to put in another PC here. So Guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up a GRE tunnel between router 1 on the left hand side and router 2 on the right hand side. That's all we're doing is just GRE tunneling. So if you know anything about GRE, it's like VPN tunneling, but GRE tunnels are not as secure as another protocol. Which, matter of fact, later on in the stream, I'll wait till everybody else, logs in and or tunes into the stream, and I'll ask I guess some basic questions on GRE tunneling. What am I doing here? I keep putting an extra router here. I needed another PC. Yeah, it was pretty cool, Derek, man. Got to actually meet his brother. He don't know a lick of English, but he signed do I still got that picture? I don't think I got that picture anymore, but he actually signed a picture of his brother standing next to one of the aircrafts that he owned. Yeah, he actually owned a plane, and he was coming out like the private jet, basically. And his brother signed it. It wasn't a picture of him; it was a picture of his brother, because we don't care about his brother. We don't care about him. We care about his brother, right? Unfortunately, but GNS3 VM. So we got another PC2 here. We really gonna start the lab. Just waiting till a couple more people tune in here, and then we're gonna really start the lab. I'm just gonna do some basic setup here. What else am I needing? I think that's pretty much it for these guys. I'm going to do the maybe some address labeling here, so that way y'all can get a good idea of who keeps texting me at this time. Y'all, I'm doing a live lab. Oh, okay. This was somebody, one of the old recruiters that they used to hook me up with stuff, man. Yes, baller indeed. His private jet. I'm trying to think if I still got that picture. Hold on. I know we're supposed to be doing GRE tunneling, but this is a little fun fact for y'all. Nope, I ain't got it. It was in my little closet, right there. But yeah, his brother actually signed it for me, and pretty cool. It was a pretty cool trip, man. But yeah, Colombia is beautiful, man. Never been to Argentina though. Would like to visit Argentina. I'm assuming Buenos Aires. That's the capital, isn't it? I don't even know. I know it's super mountainous over there, right? Because you're on the west coast of South America. So what's that, like by the Andes Mountains, I believe? If I'm not mistaken. I wasn't too great at geography, as y'all can tell. Let's get a little bit of labeling here, and then we will get the lab going. I'm going to add a couple addresses here. This is going to be the 192.168.2.0 2.0/24 network. Move this guy right here. All right. And then put a note here. This one is going to be 192.168.1.0/24 network. Yep, I guess I was right about that. It is the capital. What else we got going on here? So this right here is going to be the 172.16.1.0/30 network. And this is going to be, that's going to be .2. No, that's going to be .1. That's going to be .2. Y'all hit me with that like button. Y'all know this is only my third live lab. Y'all know I'm just going to start doing some, I said I'm going to start doing some more live streams. Pretty good tune in, even though that was the weekend. Maybe that was why. Not much of y'all today, but it's all good. We just gonna, get this going here. What else? So we're gonna create a GRE tunnel. How I wanted to do this. Let me move these guys down some. And I want to do a little bit of coloring, so that way we'll do a triangle, or rectangle rather. How do I make this a little smaller though? I want to make this a little bit smaller, like that. And then the filling, just so style. We'll do the color, not the border, We want the fill color. We're gonna make that purple. Border color is that. Okay. All right, so this is gonna be our GRE tunnel right up here, right? Y'all got me so far? And then the addressing for that is gonna be, can I write in there? I guess I could. We'll do this. Let's do this. Where's the text? We'll do 10.10.10.0/30 network. Right, so this is going to be our GRE tunnel right here, right? And then one end of this is going to be .1 and the other end is going to be .2. Right, so .1 and then the other end of that is .2. Y'all with me so far? Right, so basically we're gonna have PC1 try to talk to PC2, right? And obviously he should be able to, if we do our routing, we're gonna do our routing so that way they can talk directly, right? But then we're gonna set up a GRE tunnel, so that's gonna be the GRE tunnel. And remember, when you set up VPN for GRE tunnel, if GRE is not necessarily as secure as another protocol. Do you guys know what that is? If you know, put it in the chat. Let's go ahead and power these bad boys on. Do I want to start all devices? Hopefully this doesn't blow up. So again, for y'all that's just tuning in, we're gonna have PC1 try to talk to PC2, right? Directly, just like that, right? But then after that, we're gonna set up a GRE tunnel, so basically a VPN tunnel, so that way when he goes across the internet, he's actually going through this tunnel to talk to PC2 and vice versa, right? But he's using this as the physical connection to get there, right? Let's go ahead and console in the router 1, because I believe we're gonna have to do some. We'll go ahead and console on all these devices actually. Console in router 1. I haven't reached the routing part yet. Don't worry, man. This should be pretty simple. We're just gonna set up, I believe. Let me see. Let me read to y'all the objectives here. The objective of this lab exercise is for you to learn how to configure point-to-point GRE tunnels. Which, by the way, this book is the lab guide that I'm following. 101 labs for Cisco CCNA. Learn by doing. The author is Paul Browning, and co-authored by Farai Tafa. He is a CCIE. Paul Browning used to be, I believe, in law enforcement for like several years, and then he got into IT. But anyways, this is a great book if you want to do some hands-on learning and stuff like that. I have hardware, but I like to do it on GNS3 so y'all could actually see the topology of what I'm going to be working with. Because if I did it on the hardware, y'all not going to see the cabling and the labeling, and it's better to explain it on GNS3, right? But yeah, Derek, nope, not really. Maybe it is. I don't know too much about OpenVPN, but the answer I was looking for was IPsec tunneling. So IPsec is more secure. It has used secure encryption as opposed to GRE tunneling, which I believe is, I don't think it's clear text, but I don't know. Anyways, GRE is generic routing encapsulation. It's IP protocol number 47. Its main purpose is to encapsulate any network layer protocol. As a Cisco engineer, as well as in a Cisco CCNA exam, you would be expected to learn how to implement GRE tunnels. You need something like that. I'm studying with the OCG manual. OCG, for you guys who don't know, that is the official cert guide, which I do have that as well. Matter of fact, I have that open right here. No, I do, but this is for the CCNP book. But I do have CCNA. I'm actually studying for the CCNP exam. It's just I like going over the basics over and over to make sure, you know, and plus I like teaching and stuff like that. So it's easier for me to teach the basic stuff as opposed to the more complex topics. That's the exam fundamental. I mean, exam blueprint. That's not what I was looking for. What I was looking for was the official cert guide, which is what Gonzalo mentioned. This guy right here. Is that what you were talking about, Nicolo? Or Nicolo? Gonzalo? I'm thinking of Nikolai Volkov, the wrestler. Let's see. So we do GRE. And GRE tunneling is, for some reason, it is in here. Let's do this. GRE tunnel. There it is, right there. Right? Through a GRE tunnel. Maybe it's not in chapter 1. I mean, volume 1. So I'm going to check volume 2. Which is right there. I'm going to say GRE tunnel. Come on, dude. This thing is, what the heck is this thing? This is a great. There it is. GRE tunneling. So yeah, GRE tunneling is in here. It's in the book somewhere. Site-to-site VPN, in which the endpoints acts as if a point-to-point link. So point-to-point link. The tunnel exists between the sites, which actually encapsulating packets using GRE standards. So that's just a little background knowledge for you guys. Just learned the Net Plus won't open many doors. Very, very true. I mentioned that, Derek, in the what video was that? In the last live lab that I did. Somebody mentioned whether they should go for the CCNA or the Net Plus, and I said, man, you know what? Skip the Net Plus. I ended up doing the Net Plus as well. But yeah, it's a very basic certification. If you don't know the difference between an IP address and a MAC address, then yeah, go for the Net Plus. But it's really not going to open. You learn the material, but don't take the exam. It's not really a respected certification. Not in my opinion. I would go for the Cisco CCNA exam or something like the Juniper exam. Juniper entry level exam. Anyways, we got the router 1 powered on. We got all devices powered on. Let's go ahead and console on router 2 as well. And the first step says here, configure host names on router 1 and router 2 as illustrated in the topology. Router 1 is on the left, as we can see there. Configure each router with its respective IPv4 addresses on both of their fast Ethernet interfaces. So let's go ahead and do that. I guess we can start now, officially now. So we're going to configure, what was this? I need to label. We're going to label our interfaces here. We did label them, but we don't have the exact, where is that button at? This guy right here. See how that turns on? That tells you the interface port names. So we're going to go to interface FA10, which is going to be that interface right there. So interface FA1/0. And he said the IP address will be, what am I doing? It's right there. IP address 172.16.1. Right? Not .0, because this is the network that it's in. This is the actual interface IP address. So 1.1 subnet mask is 255.255.255. Does anybody know what a /30 subnet mask is written in? /30 is insider. What is the /30 in the subnet mask for that? What about Palo Alto certs? Palo Alto is definitely on the rise. The last 2 enterprises that I worked for, the current one that I'm working in right now, they use Palo Alto firewalls. And the last one I worked for was a very large hospital organization which spans over several states in the United States. They use Palo Alto's firewalls as well. So I would say if you can get your hands dirty on Palo Alto, do that. If you can get the certification, if you can get somebody to pay for it, yeah, definitely go for it. I say it's well worth it for sure. And it might not be entry level, but if you can learn about Palo Alto firewalls, you'll be off to the races, man. Anybody know what /30 is? Going once, going twice. It's 255 dot. Come on, man. What the heck is that? 252, since nobody ain't going to answer. Maybe I should stop quizzing and just go ahead and get this going here, right? So let's go ahead and do the IP addressing. Ethernet 00, right? So this was going to be the computer, what was the computer going to be? Computers .1. Both computers are no, both the gateways are .1. So I'm going to duplicate that. I can't do that. Yes, I can. He's going to be .1 for that network. And he's going to be .1 for that network. And put the IP address there. Move this guy over so we can see it better. Yes, AO. .252 is the last octet. That is correct. Bing, bing, bing. But too late. I already typed it in. All right. So what else we needed? The Ethernet 00 interface. Let's get it out of that interface. Ethernet 0/0. His IP address is going to be 192.168.1.1. Oh, /255.2.0. Let's go ahead and no shut that interface. Let's see what interfaces are up so far. So IP. I'm on router 2. What am I doing? That's wrong. That's wrong. Y'all didn't catch me there. Joel, you have a delay. You answered. I don't see your answer there. Oh, maybe I gotta scroll down some. No, I don't see your answer there. It's all good though. AO already got the correct answer. Let me put my. Come on, where is it? Solar Putty. All right, so y'all, I did the labeling wrong already. So let's do this. This is supposed to be 1.2, right? So let's fix this. Configure terminal interface FA1/0. IP address is 172.16.1.2. 255.255.252. Come on, man. 1.2. Right, and then the Ethernet 00, this guy right here, because I'm on router 2, I didn't realize that. Interface Ethernet, come on, Ethernet, oh, I gotta get out of that. Ethernet, come on, Ethernet 0/0. I'm not used to typing Ethernet. I'm used to fast Ethernet, gigabit, and whatever. IP address is 192.168.2.1, right? Because this is 2.1. That's just, I didn't realize I was on router 2. And y'all remember, I help me point some of this stuff out, because in the last lab, I messed up that last bit of the hour, and I ended up taking a whole hour to fix the problem because I broke BGP. If you check LiveLab number 2, y'all see that. But anyways, the subnet mask is /24.0, and I also said I wanted to no shut FA1/0. No shut, and let's check out show IP interface brief. Let's see what we got so far, and let's exclude unassigned. When in doubt, tab it out. That's right, Joel. That is correct. That is correct. Shout out to Joel with that statement there, with that saying. When in doubt, tab it out. So Ethernet 00 is admin down. We need to fix that too. Interface Ethernet 0/0. No shut. And what else do I got? He's 1.2? No, he needs to be. Yeah, that's 1.2. That was correct. He's 1.2. Well, he's 1.2, and then he's 192.168.2.1. Yep. So now that all looks good. Let's check that again one more time. Show IP interface brief. Exclude unassigned. That's correct. Go to router 1. And we're gonna do the same thing. Basic housekeeping here. We haven't even got to the tunneling yet. Interface. Let's start from the left to right. We're gonna do with the Ethernet 0/0. His IP address is 192.168.1.1, 255.255.255.0. No shut. We're gonna go to interface FA1/0. Y'all hit me with that like button. Shout out Derek out in Long Beach. How long you been living out there, Derek? I always wanted. I visited Cali last year, actually. Yeah, I visited Cali. Was it last year? I went to San Francisco. Went and got to see the Bay. Went to see the bridge. I actually went to Cisco's headquarters. No, they weren't open. They were closed. I actually went to Cisco. And I didn't realize that Cisco came from the city San Francisco. But it's not really in San Francisco. It's in, what city is that? It's like 1 hour away from San Francisco. So they call it San Francisco based off of, and if you guys didn't know, this is a fun fact for y'all. Y'all know the symbol for Cisco, right? I don't know if y'all can see this or not. But it's like it looks like a little bridge, right? That symbol for Cisco is actually based off of the San Francisco bridge, in case y'all didn't know that. That's a fun fact for y'all. I know all kind of Cisco fun facts. I'm a Cisco fanboy. Yes, Joel, I should use Notepad on the side to keep everything in order. You're right about that. What else do I need to do? FA10 is the IP address of 172.16.1.1. Subnet mask of 255.255.252. We're going to no shut that. Show IP interface brief, exclude unassigned. We got 192.168.1.1 as the outside interface on router 1. No, FA10 is 172.16.1.1, and Ethernet 00 is 192.168.1.1. That's correct. Let me make sure I got the subnet mask. Show run interface FA1/0. Make sure that was correct too. /30 172.16.1.1. Yep. Used to be called Cisco Systems. Yep. The Golden Gate Bridge. Yep, that's exactly correct. But here's another. If anybody knows what city is Cisco's headquarters based out of, and it's not in San Francisco. I just remembered it now. Let's see. Next task. Task 3. There's 5 tasks we're doing here. We're on task 3 now, all right? Configure a GRE tunnel numbered 1 on each router with the respective IPv4 addresses in the 10.10.10.0/30 as per the diagram, and add the following settings. Tunnel source is interface FA00, or in our case, 10. Tunnel destination is the other router's FA00 or 10, and set the tunnel mode to GRE. So let's go ahead and start on router 1, and we're going to do the GRE tunnel 1, right? So we're going to go to configure terminal interface. Sean got it correctly. He got it first. Shout out to Sean Nebler. It's in San Jose, California. Did you Google that? No, that's the answer. That's the question for you, Sean. Interface tunnel 1. What else they wanted? The IPv4 address is going to be in this network right here. Y'all see that? Let me scroll up some for y'all. I'm going to move all this stuff up because I think that's all we needed. What he said? He said, yes, AO, it's in San Jose, not San Jones, California. We said tunnel, this is going to be tunnel 1, right? It's going to be 10.10.10.1/30. So IP address 10.10.10.1/255.255.252. That's the IP address, right? And then he said the tunnel source is the physical interface. So the tunnel source is going to be the physical interface outside facing, which is FA10. So tunnel, the way you do that is tunnel source FA1/0. That's for Gonzalo right there. Let's see here. We got tunnel source FA10. What else they wanted? We said the destination. So tunnel source is that FA10. The destination is going to be the other router's which is this right here. Let's move these guys right there. That's Ethernet. It's Ethernet. He said destination is the other router's FA, the other router's interface FA10. So this guy right here is a destination. Now, my question is, do you put that as the destination, 10.10.10.2, or do you put the physical IP address? Yes, Joel, you fat fingered it. It's all good though. I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. I think you put IP address. You don't put 10.10.10.1. You're gonna put the physical IP address. So it's gonna be 172.16.1.2. I believe is gonna be the you put the physical. You don't put the logical address as the destination. So it got to be 172.16.1.2. And then the subnet mask is 255.255. Joel, yes, the physical. That's what I thought. 255.252. Yeah, 1.2 of 1 FA10. Yeah, that's what I thought, Sean. So, oops, what am I doing? Hold on. 1.2. Oh, I put the wrong IP. I put the wrong IP address. My bad. Let me make sure I put show run tunnel 1. I hope I didn't interface tunnel 1. I hope I didn't mess that one up. Okay, I didn't. Good. So what I meant to do was interface tunnel 1 destination. No, that's not how you do it. Tunnel destination. Yeah, and then the IP address, which is 172.16.1.16.1.2. And y'all remember I messed up the other video because a typo. So Joel, I'm part of the Fat Finger Squad too. If you watched the last live lab, I took so much time in troubleshooting why the other computer couldn't ping the other computer because it was a typo, and I finally found it. Destination is that address, and that's all you put. You ain't got to put the subnet mask, right? What else they wanted to do? Set the tunnel mode to GRE, and this is the main thing we came for. Configure. There go your other fat finger right there. Interface tunnel 1. And we said tunnel mode GRE. Now this I didn't know right here. You got to put IP at the end. I forgot about that. Tunnel GRE tunnel mode GRE IP. So now it's a GRE tunnel. Your doctor is great. I like how you cover each section of the test and the way it's laid out. Yep, that's exactly how I wish somebody was able to do that, and I didn't find anybody doing that. So I said, you know what? Let me just cover all of this stuff, man. Even though, like, I already took the exam, I don't need to renew for, like, another 2 or 3 years or something like that. Because I've taken subsequent exams and stuff, so. But I love reviewing the fundamentals, and I'm just passionate about this stuff. What else they wanted? We got to do the same thing on router 2. So we're going to go console to router 2 and do the same thing, but opposite, right? So configure GRE tunnel 1, right? So we're going to say interface tunnel 1. And then IP address as per the diagram. So IP address is going to be this right here. So at the other end of the tunnel, this is right here, right? So it's going to be 10.10.10.2. That's the IP address, /30, right? So 10.10.10.2 /30 is 255.255.252, right? And then the tunnel source is the physical interface. So tunnel source FA1/0 tunnel destination. So this is what I need to remember. The source and the destination are physical stuff. Source is the physical IP address. I think you can put could you put the source as the physical IP address and not just the interface? I'll check that in a second. But destination is going to be physical IP of the other end of the tunnel. So destination is 172.16.1.1. /30. So 255.252. Is that, why is that wrong here? Oh, you don't put in a subnet mask. 16.1.1. That's it right there. Studying for Encore, but like to go back to CCNA, refresh the mind. For sure, Joel. You just gotta, you know, repetition and stuff like that. I used to be like, I wanted to just race through and get my CCNP, but I'm like, I felt like I kind of raced through the CCNA stuff, you know. Even though I took the exam like 3 times before I passed it, but was it 3 times? I took it 2 times, and then the 3rd time I passed it. No, I take that back. I took it in separate. I took it when they had split it in 2 exams. So back then you had to take ICND 1 and ICND 2. I failed ICND 1 once, and then I passed it the 2nd try. Failed ICND 2 twice, and then passed it the 3rd try. Source interface. Yes. Could you do that though? That's what I wanted to know. So can you do tunnel source, and then, yeah, you can do the actual interface or the IP address. So it looks like you can do IPv4 address too. Yes, you can do the regular IP or the physical interface. But either way, the source and the destination are going to be physical stuff. When you do the IP address for the tunnel, that's logical. I hope that makes sense to any of you guys. But it's virtual stuff that you're doing here. Anyways, where were we at here? I did the virtual IP. I did the destination. I did the source. We needed to do the tunnel mode. I'm not sure if I'm in the correct IP interface or not, but I'll go back in and out. Interface tunnel 1, tunnel source. Tunnel mode, GRE IP. If you don't use it, you lose it. It's so true, man. It's just like exercising, just like working out. You exercise, you just like working out. If you ain't lift weights in a while, you feel like what's his name? Not the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, all rusty and stuff like that. You trying to, lift weights, and the next day you just be rusty. Same thing with the same concept here. You just got to keep doing it, and then it becomes second nature. Seeing network engineer, 10 years experience. That's what's up, Joel. I'm trying to get to your level, dude. I just became a network engineer for the first time, and I've been trying to become a network engineer for a while. And I was a network analyst. We had the engineer duties, but technically I was considered an analyst because we racked and stacked equipment, but the configuration, it was done by us, but we didn't design the templates and stuff like that. So no, that's why we was an analyst, but now I'm actually an engineer and stuff like that. So I want to get to that level, man. Would love to be a senior one day and designing the network on my own and stuff like that. But I'm fortunate enough to work at a location where organization where I have somebody who's taking me under his wing and showing me the ropes, man. So I believe we've got tunnel interface. It's already up, right? So show IP interface brief. We're gonna check tunnel 1. Y'all hit me with that like button. For some reason it's up down. I believe it got to be up once you set up a route. Let's go to router 1 real quick and see why it's up down, because I think it got to be up once you got a route to that location, right? Try IP interface brief. Exclude unassigned. I didn't do that. Correct. Unassigned. Come on, bruh. What is wrong with me? Okay, it's up on this side. Why is it up down on router 2? 1010-1, 1010-2. Why is tunnel 1 up down on router 2? Show run interface tunnel 1. Riddle me this, Batman. Destination is 172.16.1.1. That is correct. Did it turn down? You say you want me to ping it? It changed to down on that side. Let me see. I turned it up here, but it turned down for some reason. Right there. Y'all see that? Interface tunnel 1, and it went down. Do I gotta no shut it? Tunnel source is FA10. Destination is that. The IP address is correct. Interface tunnel 1, no shut. Maybe it's gotta have a route. I don't know. Oh, is it the tunnel mode maybe? Tunnel mode GRE IP? I don't think that's it. Let's look at the interface for tunnel 1 over here. Show run interface tunnel 1. Yep, exactly. That's what I'm doing. Joel, check on router 1. Right? This is the IP. 10.10.1/30 subnet mask. The source is FA10. Destination is 172.16.1.2. Right? Router 2. Show run interface tunnel 1. I got the source destination IP. Source destination IP. 10.12. 10.10.2 is his destination. Oh, I got the wrong No, I got the right IP. And the destination is 1.1. Y'all see that? You see these comparisons here? That's router 1. That's router 2. Y'all see anything different? Or y'all see anything was wrong here? For some reason, tunnel 1 show interface, show run interface tunnel. No, let's do this. Show run. What did I want to check? It's GRE. I did the encapsulation. Show IP interface brief. Exclude unassigned. That's what I wanted to do real quick. For some reason, tunnel 1 is up down. Maybe I gotta have the route. I can't remember. I don't know. But the next thing says to configure a static route on router 1 via the tunnel 1 interface. So you said you wanted me to ping it, Joel. Let me try that from this guy. So he needs to ping. Let me do this. Let's just check his routes real quick. Show IP route. So he should be able to ping the connected route. So directly connected via tunnel 1. So he should be able to ping 172.16.1.2. For some reason he can't ping 1.2 and he's directly connected to me. Explain that. 172.16.1.2. 117. Oh, you see that? Fat fingered. Y'all see that right there? That's supposed to be 16.1.2. Y'all see that? That's why. So let's do this. Interface FA1/0. IP address 172.16.1.2. I told you, I thought y'all, I got 12 eyes in here. Y'all ain't catching this, man. Oh, y'all trying to quiz me over here? Subnet mask 255.252. I fixed the FA10 now. And now tunnel 1 is up. Y'all see that? Hey, y'all help me out here now. I got 11 concurrent viewers in here, and none of y'all caught that. It's all good though. We doing this together. We still a team here. Okay, so we got that going. So now we do show IP interface brief, exclude unassigned, and now everything is up. All right, perfect. So now let's configure a static route on router 1. So now I should be able to ping the other side like Joel said, right? Right? There it goes. Now we're able to ping it. Fat Finger Squad. All right. Fat Finger Squad. That's what we gonna call this. The Fat Finger live streams. Configure static route. Configure terminal. We're gonna do IP routes. I wanted to try to get this done within the hour too, man, because y'all know it's a Taco Tuesday. We trying to get to bed early. Plus, I had some business stuff that I needed to do. We needed a static route to the 192.168.2.0 network. So basically, I want to create a static route from router 1 to this network via the tunnel 1 interface. So we're gonna say to get to 192.168. Let me make sure I don't fat finger this. .2.0 network. To get to that network, subnet mask of 255.255.2.0. Take the next hop of, and now y'all notice I always do that when I do static routes, or yeah, when I do static routes, I always talk in that sentence. I say to get to the network, blah 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 blah, subnet mask, blah 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 blah. Take the next hop of blah 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 blah, and that's how I remember the syntax. So y'all catch me do that a lot on the live streams. Next hop of 172. No, he said via the tunnel 1 interface. So take the next hop of 10.10. No, this is what you do. You just put tunnel 1. Tunnel 1. That's it. That's all we got to do. Take tunnel 1. So we don't need to do next hop interface when we're doing this. Y'all see that? So to get to the route 192.168.2.0, take tunnel 1. So we do show IP route for static route. Always remember, where are you going? What does it include? And how do I get there? That's a good way to do it too, Joel. I like that one, man. Show IP route, static route 2.0 network connected directly. So now I should be able to ping. No, I won't be able to ping it yet because it's a static route, so it needs to be bi-directional routing. So we're gonna go to router 2 and then configure terminal interface FA. No, my bad. IP route. He said, where am I going? I'm going to 192.168.1.0 subnet mask of /24.0. Take tunnel 1. That's it. Y'all peep that? Shout out to Joel Rivera for that great advice there. If you guys want to remember a static route, always remember where you're going, what does it include, and how do I get there? Correct. Communication is a two-way street. Faux show. Derek, you still in here, man? You've been pretty quiet, man. What happened to Long Beach, man? I thought Long Beach quiet. Long Beach, guys, they move silently. Is that what it is? Y'all just sit back and observe? Let's do show IP route. Do we have the connected route now? Yes, there's the static route right there. So now I believe I should be able to. I think that's pretty much it. Task 5, check the status of the interface tunnel and make sure the traffic is flowing through the tunnel as expected. Oh, so we could just do show interface tunnel 1. Derek's taking notes. Yeah, you see, you notice what I'm doing here? So just as a recap for anybody that's just tuning in. So we're creating a route from this network. So PC1 is obviously going to have to ping PC2, right? So he can do that directly through this line right here, right? Basically the fast Ethernet interface. But we're creating a VPN tunnel so that way when he pings PC2 or vice versa, they're going through the tunnel instead. So it's like encrypted traffic, basically. It's a VPN tunnel, if you guys know anything about VPNs, right? This is new for you as well, Brian. Oh, shout out Brian. Brian Connor, I know you from the last live lab. I forgot where you was tuning in from. Was it North Carolina or can't remember. Okay, so show interface tunnel 1 on router 2. So now we look at tunnel 1 and we see this is layer 1. Layer 1 is up. Layer 2 is up. Hardware is tunnel. The IP address is 10.10.10.2. How do we, and then they wanted to know, check the interface tunnel and make sure the traffic is flowing through the tunnel as expected. And the way we could tell, here's what we could tell. Look, you notice here, 0 packets input, right? And also 0 packets output, right? A good way to see that is placing a switch in between. Huh. Oh, yes, we can do that. Yep. Or you can just check the physical interface on the router. Couldn't you? I mean, why couldn't you do that? Brian's from India. That's right. That's right. I remember you was tuned in from India. I remember because, matter of fact, you tuned into the LiveLab when I was a bit drunk on New Year's Eve when I first did my first live stream, and you were like, Happy New Year. I'm like, well, it ain't your New Year yet, because we're a couple time zones behind, so it wasn't New Year just yet. Anywho, what did we say we was gonna do? We said we wanted to check the interface. So the way we can do that, we're gonna go into PC1, and let me go ahead and also console into PC2. Oh, I believe we got to give these guys IP addresses because I haven't even touched those guys yet. So we're gonna go to PC1 right here, right? So this is PC1. We need to give him an IP address. He's gonna be 192.168.1. Let's give him 1.15, just so it's like, you know, different or whatever. I'm gonna label it as well. So I'm gonna make him .15. You with me so far? You guys with me so far? If you have any questions, you know, put it in the chat. And I'm gonna make him. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna make him .50. I'm gonna make him .50. You know, leave any questions in the chat. We got some like-minded individuals in here. We got a senior network engineer with 10 years of experience. So ask away with any questions, guys. You know, this is not just my live stream. This is all my Fat Finger Squad live streams. Since you guys are part of the Fat Finger Squad. You getting into security stuff now from the CCNA blueprint? I guess so. I'm following this lab guide right here. The same lab guide that I used in the last live stream. 101 Labs Cisco CCNA. It's a book by Paul Browning and Farai Tafa. You can get this on Amazon. There's a link in the description below if you want, you know, get a copy of this guide. And this is where most of my labs are going to be coming from. I like doing the stuff hands-on. So anyways, we need to give him an IP address. And I believe you just do IP 192.168.1.0 subnet mask 255.255.255. No, we said we was going to make him 1.15. What am I thinking? Bruh. Security's entwined with everything. Yup, it sure is. I mean, security is paramount in this industry, man. Y'all know about the SolarWinds hack, right? The supply chain attack. Well, guess what? The company that I work for, I just got hired on as a network engineer. Guess what was the first task? Well, I wouldn't say the first task, but one of the first projects that they assigned me to. Build the SolarWinds infrastructure, right? We got a trial license. I got the VM spun up, got it installed, and onboarded a whole bunch of devices on there. And then SolarWinds got attacked, right? So we had to take it offline, found the virus signature on there, and now I'm in the process of rebuilding it. So security is very important, man. Now we have to put it in a segmented network. We've got all kind of like rules and stipulations put in place for this new infrastructure that we're building here. But anyways, let me get this going so y'all can go to bed, and let y'all go for y'all studies. We need to do a gateway here now. 192.168.1.1 is going to be his gateway. Checking for duplicate IP addresses. So, okay, so that's the IP address and gateway for PC1. Now I got to do PC2. It's IP. You can do /24 instead of writing it out. Yes, you can. You sure can. Thanks, Joel. 192.168.2.0. No, 2.50. 255. We'll do it for Joel. Shout out Joel for all these shortcuts and everything. The IP the gateway is 192.168.2.0. 2.1. And now we're gonna have PC1 ping PC2, right? And I believe theoretically he should be going through the VPN tunnel, and then we'll check the statistics to see if that happened. Ping 192.168. Right, he's PC2. His IP address is 192.168.2.50. No, I'm on PC2 right now, so I need to go to PC1, and I'm gonna ping 192.168.2.50. Hopefully we get a reply. I got timed out. That's from art request, and there we got replies. We got replies. So now we're gonna go to router 1, and we're gonna do show interface tunnel 1. We see it's up, and we've got 4 packets input. Y'all see that? So we know this is tunnel 1 that we're looking at the statistics for, right? We know it's up. We already did that. We checked we know that's the IP address, right? And then if we look right there, 4 input, 5 output. Why is there a discrepancy there? Remember, because the first one got timed out because of the ARP request. So 4 input, right? But we sent out 5 packets. Joel said he wants us to do a trace route. Let's do that. So PC1, we'll do, what is it? Is it just trace RT on VPS, on VPC? Trace RT. That's a good way to do it too. I didn't think about that, Joel. 192.168.2.50. Oh, you gotta write it out. You gotta write it out. Trace route. ROUTE. Yep, Joel. That first one dropped because of the ARP request from PC1. So trace route. Why is that not working? Is it trace RT or trace route? Or you just do trace on that? So you just do trace. There it is, right there. Oh, you said from PC1. So yeah, there it goes. So the first hop was 1.1. The first hop was from PC1, the gateway. The next hop was 1010.2, which is what? Not there, but there. 1010.2. And then it made it to the final destination, 192.168.2.50, which is that right there. I didn't think about that, Joel. Just trace route. Tab and question mark. Yeah, okay. So there you go. I didn't think about that either. Tab. Oh, you can just do trace question mark like that, and there go trace. It's just trace. So it's not trace RT or trace route. It's just trace on this. So let's do the same thing on PC. Well, actually, just check router 2, and let's see his. Let's check his interface. Tunnel 1. His input and outputs: 11 input and 10 output. So remember that first ping was the 11 input and then 10 output. Yeah, that makes sense. There, that makes sense, right? Yep. So let's do this just for the sake of completion. We're gonna go to PC2 and do the same thing. So we're gonna do PC2 pinging PC1, right? And theoretically he should be going from gateway to the end of the GRE tunnel, 1010.1, right? And then the PC1, right? So trace. Good idea, Joel, to do the trace route instead of just pinging. 192.168.1. He's 1.15, right? So 192.168.1.15, like that right there. 1.15. Trace route, and then there it goes. So the first top is 192.168.2.1, which is his gateway, right? Y'all see that? Next top is 1010.1. So he went from here to the gateway, 1010.1, which is the end of the tunnel. Light at the end of the tunnel. Y'all see what I did there? And then the last hop was the actual PC, 192.168.1.15. So that makes sense, right? Let's look what else they wanted to do. Check the interface and make sure the traffic is flowing through the tunnel, and that was pretty much it. That's all they wanted us to do with this lab. I love this guide, man. This is really fun stuff, man. Cool stuff. Another thing we can do is let's just check the tunnel protocol. Show interface tunnel 1. and we can see the encryption is, where's that at for tunnel 1? It should be in here somewhere. I thought you could see the, there it is, GRE IP. So if we change this to like IPsec, it'll be changed there. Source FA10, right? Which is this guy right there. That's the source of that tunnel from router 2's perspective. Destination is 172.16.1.1, which is that right there, the physical interface. So I need to remember that when we do that, because I'll be forgetting when I want to set up tunnels. Interface tunnel 1. Source is the physical. Destination is also physical. The only thing that's logical is just the IP addressing. Right? Add a switch between router 1 and router 2. Yeah, we could do that. You're right. We could do that, but I don't want to hold y'all up. I wanted to, this, you know, this is exactly what I wanted to do. Just keep it up to an hour live, you know, an hour for my labs. I don't want to hold up too many of y'all people's time. Last time, like I said, I took 2 hours to do the lab, but that was because I broke it and I fat fingered something. So I don't know if y'all was trying to catch me to fat finger something again and make this a longer lab, but yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Shout out to Joel. Shout out to Chelsea. Isn't GRE unencrypted until you add IPsec on top? Yes, I believe so. I believe so. But technically, GRE is a type of encryption as well, right? If I'm not mistaken. No, it's encapsulation. It's not necessarily encryption. So yeah, I believe Chelsea, you right. You from Virginia, right? I don't remember you tuning in from, where was that in Virginia? I don't remember, but I remember you was Virginia. What was I gonna show y'all? Let's just do real quick. Let's just do a real quick Google real quick. GRE tunneling. GRE tunnel wiki. Just so we know. So we GRE is a tunneling protocol developed by Cisco. It can encapsulate wide variety of network layer protocols inside virtual point-to-point links, or point to multi-point. So yeah, you are correct. It is a VPN tunnel, but it's encapsulation, but it is not encrypted. So that is correct, Chelsea. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. I appreciate that. We met the hour goal that I wanted to do here. I'm trying not to go over. So yeah, again, appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Please hit me with that like button. Leave a comment below if y'all want to see some more of this stuff. I'm gonna do another live lab. I'm gonna have yeah, I can't do it on the weekends. I know there's more people tune in on the weekends and stuff like that, but I be having my daughter and stuff like that. I like spending time with her and stuff. So I'll probably do the next one on a Tuesday again. If not, I will try to keep it closer to the weekend when I know more people will tune in. So Joel, yes, it is clear text. I believe so. We should, yes, if you Wireshark, you can see that. That is true. We should do a Wireshark. I might do that afterwards, just so I can experiment with, and I don't want to hold up too much of y'all time or anything like that. So yeah, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, Joel. Thanks for all of you guys tuning in. You read my last question. What was Brian's last question? Brian asked, is there any way that we can address direct questions to you so you can take your time to answer it, like Discord or something like that? Yeah, man. Here goes my email right here for you guys if y'all want to hit me up. Y'all don't share that. Don't spam me, please, or I will block your ass with the quickness. I'm sharing it with you guys. I trust you guys. I know, you know, don't put it in don't put it in some kind of, fees or subscribe me to anything like that. I will block your ass with the quickness. But that is my personal email if you want to hit me up. Any other questions before I sign off or anything like that? Anybody else has anything they want to point out? Shout out to Chelsea. Shout out to Joel. Joel, man, I appreciate all the information. You helped me out here, man. That's a bruh for you, Ryan. Shout out Sean if you're still in here. Shout out AO. Anthony, dude, we ain't smart like you. Nah, I'm not smart, dude. Trust me, I am not that smart. I graduated college with like a 2.7 GPA. I am not as smart as you. I might appear to be. I'm not that smart. I just, I just like taking some of this stuff that may appear complex and I just try to dumb it down. That's why my, I always start my tutorials and stuff like that. Like take this complex networking stuff and dumb it down, Anyways, I think that's pretty much it for y'all, man. Shout out to you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Leave a comment below. Hit me with that like button. In other words, comment, like, subscribe to the network.